Okay, I'm going to show you how to install your printers with the new printers on the main floor of the Idaho Falls office. You should have gotten these instructions, and right here on this line is the website to get the drivers. Don't click on it, even though it has the little pointer finger. Don't click on it. Just copy this website. I right click on it. Don't hit copy link. Just hit copy. For some reason that link doesn't work as well. And so when you go up here, you're going to open up a new browser, and you're going to paste that in, and I have to delete those little couple dots. Paste that in, and then it takes you to this screen that is right here on looking at what we can do to get this installed. So now here are, whoops, I'm going to flip this off, the instructions over here. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to select the appropriate system. So I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to do the Windows because I'm using Windows 10. So I'm going to select Windows 10, and then once you're right down here, you're going to click this PCL tab. Click on that PCL tab, and you're going to go to this second area. You're going to not do the monochrome. Go to the second version, 3.1.4.0. And you'll notice that you kind of don't know where to click. If you hover over these few little things right here, that will click you right onto downloading the driver. And so from here, you're going to save this. Let's say you save it to your desktop. We'll save it to your desktop. Now what this is a zipped folder, so there's a bunch of folders inside of it. You can see I've done this once before. And so if I go ahead and save that down to my desktop. Now down here in the corner, my downloads. Now if your computer doesn't do that, you'll just open up your documents and go to your downloads folder. But if it takes it and downloads it right here in the lower left-hand corner, once that's done, you can just click on this, or you can go into your documents, and right over here usually is your downloads folder. If you click on those downloads, or actually now that I think about it, we saved it to the desktop. So go right here to your desktop, and you should be able to find this series PCL, and it has a little zipper on it. If you double click on that, there should be a little extract all up here on this upper corner, and if you click that extract all, then it brings up a window and it says, where do you want it? And this is where you can put it on your desktop or put it in any folder. I'm just going to leave it right there on the desktop and extract those file folders. And once I extract those, it's basically going to, because they're so big, this extraction process is what allows us to get into them. And this shouldn't show up because I already have extracted this once. And so it's going to go through, and it should pull up and look like this. Now, if it doesn't pull up like this, you can always go back to your desktop and open up this folder named this, and you're going to double click on the driver, and then you're going to go down and you're going to double click on Setup 64. So Setup 64, unless you're on an older computer that's a 32-bit system, and then you're just going to double click on the setup. So we're going to go on Setup 64, and this one comes up, do you want to allow? And I say yes, we can allow to access to this. And so from here, this is what it looks like. You're going to go ahead and agree here. Now, right here, you don't need to do anything. It should already have it clicked install the printer. Let's go ahead and just move right on to next. From here, it's going to search for the printers and look up what we've already got in our system. So it's searching for those printers. Give it a second. And hopefully we should find them here in just a minute. Let's see. Give it a second. Searching, and here you go. So as you can see right here, there are the two different printers that we've got. The 04 right here printer, this is the south end printer. The 05 is the north end printer. So you can click just both of those right here. Click them both, or if they're already clicked, you can do that, and then we're going to hit next. And then from here, it's going to send to the default. Do you want it to print two-sided, or do you want to default to one-sided printing? I like to do two-sided printing. And you're going to select it should have already checked, but you're going to select the PCL. Have that box checked, the PCL. Then click next. And here's just information, and you hit install. From here, it's installing the drivers and all the print tools. So that should just take a second to do all of that. And once you're there, okay, so here is what is naming as the default printer. So when you look right down here, it's highlighted. There's that 04 and that 05. You can click right here and rename those printers. Let's say this one that we're on is the 04. So if you remember back from the information, 04 is the south printer. So I could click this and rename this south if you wanted to, and then hit OK. Then I can click down here and rename this printer to be North Printer, and then hit OK. And then I can go ahead and hit Finish. You don't need to do all of this other stuff. You need to hit Finish because we're going to have to add our codes in. Now, which one do you want to be the default printer? I want to make sure I want to have the South printer as my default printer. Choose that there and then go ahead and hit Finish. Once you're finished, you should be able to, then everything is still kind of open. You need to go ahead and put your code into the printer. So I'm going to close these windows down. This is just the Internet Explorer. So I'm going to close that down. Now what we're going to look at is if I come down and I go to my Start menu and right click on my Start menu, it should bring up this little, and I'm in Windows 10, bring up this little panel. I'm going to select the Control panel. If you're in a different version, you can go into your Control panel. And then once you're into your hardware and sound, to view devices and printers. Basically, we're getting into the printer and devices area of the computer. So give it a second. Now, of course, you see a few more on here that we have. So there's my North and there's my South. And you can see the green is marked as my default. So I'm going to go ahead and right-click on the printer. Right-click, and then I'm going to go into the printing preferences right here. And it gives you both options, and you can pick either one that you're looking at. I'm going to print the, I'm going to take a look and hit the printing preferences. Oh, it's because I have duplicates. Printing preferences, I'm going to go in. It connects up to the printer. And then what you want to look for is you want to go right here to the Basic tab. Click on this Basic tab, and then you go into the Authentication Account Tracking right here. This is where you're going to enter your 4-digit copy code right there in the password. Once you entered in there, you click Verify, and it's going to tell you that as an actual printer code and that you're good to go. You hit OK, and then you hit Apply, and then OK. Now from here, you're like, well, how do I know if it's working? You can right-click on it one more time and go to Printer Properties. And from Printer Properties, you should be able to click Print Test Page. And you print that test page, and it should print out. So that's the way it should work. You can go back and do the same thing for the other one. So my North printer, I'm going to right-click. I'm going to hit the Printing Preferences. I'm going to click into there, Printing Preferences, to Basic, to Authentication. I'm going to go ahead and enter my 4-digit code, click Verify. I'm good. And then hit OK. And Apply, and OK. Now if I right-click on this and go to Printer Properties, I should be able to print a test page. Click that, and it should work out. OK, if you print it, it should come up here. Go check it, make sure it's printed. If you know it has, then you hit Close, and OK, and there it is. If you want to change the default printer, you just right-click on and hit Set as Default Printer. So there you go. That's it. Hopefully that works out and we'll get everybody set up to go. If you need more instructions for Mac, they're down below on the other printing instructions. Okay, thanks so much.